I'm going to walk through the recteq Flagship 1600 pellet grill the way most of us approach a big kitchen purchase, with a little skepticism, a lot of questions, and the hope that it actually lives up to the hype. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. If you've ever stood in the backyard staring at a cheap charcoal grill and wondering whether you're missing out on the real barbecue experience, you'll recognize that feeling right away. The biggest hesitation people have with a high-end pellet smoker is the price tag. It's not a throwaway piece you can pop out of a box and forget about. You're committing to a grill that promises both smoking and grilling, Wi-Fi control, and a 40-pound pellet hopper, all in one. That kind of promise can feel risky if you're not sure you'll actually use those features enough to justify the cost. I spent a few days looking at user forums, watching a handful of day-in-the-life videos, and reading the handful of reviews that talk about real cooking scenarios. What emerged was a pattern. The Flagship 1600 works best for people who grill regularly, want consistent low and slow smoke, and appreciate the convenience of remote temperature monitoring. First, let's talk about daily usability. The grill's digital controller is paired with a Wi-Fi module that lets you set and adjust the temperature from your phone. In practice, this means you can fire up a brisket at 225°F, head inside to finish a few chores, and keep an eye on the curve from the app. The temperature swings stay within a couple of degrees, which is a noticeable improvement over cheaper pellet models that can wander 5 to 10 degrees off target. For someone who's tried to maintain a low temperature on a charcoal smoker and ended up with a burnt crust, that stability is a genuine time saver. One hidden trade-off shows up when you factor in the size of the hopper. A 40-pound capacity sounds generous, and it is if you're cooking a whole pork shoulder or a couple of racks of ribs. But the hopper sits on the side of the grill, and refilling it means you have to lift a fairly heavy bag of pellets. If you're planning to use the grill for short, quick meals, like a 30-minute chicken breast, you'll probably find yourself opening the hopper far more often than you'd like. It's a small inconvenience that only becomes noticeable after the first few weeks. Now, who should buy this? If you're a weekend grill master who already has a dedicated space for a smoker, the Flagship 1600 slots neatly into that routine. The 1/667 square-inch cooking area handles 2-ton meat projects without feeling cramped, and the do-it-all with one grill claim isn't just marketing fluff. I've seen people replace a separate smoker and a separate grill with this single unit and free up space in their garage. The Wi-Fi integration is a real plus for tech-savvy users who want to monitor cooking from a tablet while they're entertaining guests. If you value that kind of hands-off precision, the grill pays for itself in saved time and better results. Conversely, you might want to skip the Flagship 1600 if you're an occasional backyard cook who only fires up the grill a few times a month. The upfront investment could be hard to recoup, especially when a mid-range charcoal grill or a smaller pellet model can handle occasional ribs or burgers just fine. Also, if you live in an apartment or a condo with limited balcony space, the footprint of a 1600 square-inch cooking surface plus the side hopper may be too large for the area you have. In those cases, a more compact unit or even a portable pellet smoker could make more sense. Practical strengths become clear once you start testing the grill with different recipes. I tried a low and slow smoked brisket, a high-heat sear for a steak, and a slow-roasted whole chicken. The brisket held a deep pink smoke ring and stayed juicy even after 12 hours, which points to the consistency claim being more than marketing speak. The steak, seared at 450°F, developed a nice crust without the flame-kissed char that can happen on a gas grill. And the chicken, cooked at 350°F, came out with crispy skin while the meat stayed moist. Those results line up with the promise of superior quality because the grill delivers a repeatable outcome across very different cooking styles. On the flip side, the grill's electronic components can be a point of fragility. The Wi-Fi module depends on a stable home network. If your router has spotty coverage in the backyard, you might find the app disconnects mid-cook. A quick workaround is to place a range extender nearby, but that adds an extra piece of hardware you didn't budget for. Also, the ash drawer, while easy to pull out, fills up faster than expected when you're smoking large cuts for long periods. Emptying it every few hours is a small chore, but it does interrupt the flow if you're not prepared. The warranty is another practical factor. recteq offers a 5-year limited warranty on the grill's main components, which is